man, you know, rainbows and butterflies and, you know, kumbaya. And, you know, I envision a world where all of us, black, white, old, young, gay, straight, we're all in a field and we're singing, you know, the Aquarius song, and we've got flower headbands on, and, you know, we're just living in peace and harmony. That is what I see, and I think that it can happen. Maybe not in our lifetime, but I think that it can happen.
My vision for the future is, you know, like all of us together singing "We Are the World." you know, you know, just empathy and kindness. And what I see is that people are starting to get it. Like, it's been like a long, repetitive thing we've been going through, even headed up to 2020. But it's not like we're ready to throw our hands up, and we're getting these steps of progress. And it lets us all know that we're heading somewhere. So as long as we're heading somewhere good and we can take ourselves off a path of destruction, and we're still able to do that as a society, who knows what we can do. I think it's a very inspiring thing for all of us to come together and say, we can't take this anymore. We're gonna change what this is. And I think as long as that keeps happening, our future will mold and shape into what we want. Just like the art that we use and admire and appreciate. So yeah, I have hopes. I have much hope for the future, now especially.
I definitely would love to see a future with a little more humanity. We're very consumed with the self, and we do a lot of things to promote ourselves and, you know, show our best lives. And we talk a lot about helping people, and there's a lot of talking and tweeting and posting and not a lot of doing. And I think there could be a lot more doing.
My vision for the future, well, it could be, I wax and wane. You know, I have ups and downs where I'm very hopeful. I'm an Afrofuturist. You know, I'm a futurist. I believe in the future, and I want Black people to be there in the future. So I want everybody really to be focusing more on humanity and not just on color or sex or stuff like that. I want us to evolve to truly embrace humanity with empathy. You know, I want us to be a multi-planetary species. I mean, these are my ideas about the future, and that's kind of what I want. Those things excite me. When you look at reality, you see that we got a long way to go. But I'm feeling more and more that I'm not supposed to be waiting for someone else to be getting these ideas out there. I'm of age, and it's my duty to do my bit to get this information out there. It's time for me to take on the responsibility of the input I have, and sharing it. And so I'm feeling that more and more. Like it was this whole COVID thing, Trump thing, all this is kind of made me aware. Like, who are you waiting for? You better get out there and say it, and you know, and be that example, and do your part. This is your moment. And so that's how I think I'm walking into the future.
My vision for the future, my hopes for the future would be that people wouldn't die because they didn't have money. People wouldn't die because they don't have food. People wouldn't have to forego getting medical treatment because they're afraid of how much it's going to cost them, or are they going to be able to get to work? Are they going to be able to live their lives?
I would like to see us create a society that is more positively enacting cultural pluralism, where people are allowed to really be authentic in their cultures and exist peacefully, as long as they aren't harming or impeding on someone else. I see a lot of the clash kind of comes when we're being inspired or sort of being told that we have to fit a certain mold to fit what is American. And that's not going to work with this country. It's just not going to work. And I think people should be allowed to really express their cultures and have it respected. And I think that would be a lot better for us.
My immediate vision for the future, and I haven't shared this with a lot of people. Oh my God, this is an exclusive. I would love to take a pocket of Jacksonville, preferably somewhere where I've grown up, and I would love to develop it, you know. And it sounds far-fetched, you know, but I would love to almost have something similar to the town center around the Kings Road, Edgewood area. You know, I think that area itself has a lot of rich history in it anyway. I think it has a lot of brilliant educators. I have a lot of teachers that stayed over there in that area, and they just taught me a lot about mathematics, English, language arts, and a lot of historic things. And so I would love, in my kind of sense, in my kind of way, develop that pocket of Jacksonville. And I don't know exactly how I'm going to do that, but that's my future. I'm looking at it, I'm seeing it, and the more and more I dive in and maneuver around Jacksonville since I'm back, I see it actually being so possible. I see it actually coming, you know, into pass, you know.
My vision for the future is really, I would say, something that I take seriously. I'm an artist and an educator. So my vision for the future, I really try to push through my students. I think whatever the future is going to be, it will be what we make it. So I have the privilege of kind of always finding myself in a room full of kids who look like me. So I do my best to teach them that, you know, it is what you make it. So now at this age, you need to decide what you want it to be, and you need to figure out how to take the steps to make it the world that you want to be. So when I say, like, what's my vision for the future? For me, it's teaching the kids of today how to make it what they want it to be. I think they're probably like maybe the second or third generation of Black and brown kids who will kind of walk into some of that generational wealth, and will sort of walk into a lot more access, a lot more possibility, a lot more equity. It's not, it's not what it should be, but if it's gotten to this point for me, it could, there could be even more available to them. So I want to teach them now how to take advantage of as much as possible and make the world what they want it to be.
Man, what I would like to see for the future is to have that polarity kind of dwindle down a little bit, so that it's not so much that we're at each other's necks, for the debate that's happening, or whatever protest is happening, or even like the smallest thing of what your favorite food is. I think that that's something for the future that would be great, is that to kind of diminish that selfish mindset of what we are and what we believe in.
My vision for the future is for everyone to be seen at an equal point of opportunity, for everyone to have the ability to be able to chase their dreams, to go after what they want. It ties into the idea of the American dream, and it varies for different people. Some people's American dream is to just have a better life. Some people's American dream is to give their families a better life. So I think that in the future, if we can all just work together to build a better place and to recognize each other's differences, that we can really gain the opportunities that we need to create a society that we're proud of.
Man, these some deep questions. Reading them, is one thing, but answering them, in this sequence. My vision for the future is my present. I think a better question would be, what is it that I'm doing right now? And what I'm doing right now is I'm sowing good seeds right here in Jacksonville, Florida, as it pertains to the gifts that I've been given from God above. What is that? Well, that's music. teaching my kids through the John Lumpkin Institute, working to bring jazz here to Jacksonville with the Jazz Discovery Series, working day in and day out with my brother, Mr. Jason Peoples, up there at the Jacksonville Arts and Music School. I've also worked with the city as well, as pertains to the Jacksonville Jazz Festival. Yeah, being able to do that and do it at a high level and also do it at a level to where people can feel a sense of safeness and community within everything that I'm doing. Because at the end of the day, for me, I want my wife and my 3 girls to be able to observe and participate in all that I do, and for them to enjoy the fruits of my labor. So, yeah, that's what my future looks like, but also at the same time, that's what my present looks like. And I'm just building that. So everything of what I just said is going to do nothing but just get bigger and stronger.